Well, well, well. Time for a rant. Alright. So, I've been on YouTube here. Been browsing around videos. Come upon one comment. It said you can never, and I quote this, it said you cannot be Southern if you're not from a Southern state. Alright, well, you're wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong. Now, being a Southern state, I guess they were referring to the Confederacy of the Civil War. Not many states were involved. Really, you didn't really hear much about Western states, including Oregon. You never really heard about California. Never really Kansas. None of them out there. You always heard about Eastern states. When you're learning about Confederacy and Northern Tire, you always really hear about Eastern and kind of Midwest states. Let me read this to you. Found this right here. It says Virginia succeeded from the northern states because Lincoln had ordered the states troop of 75,000 soldiers fight the southern states, or the Confederate States of America, really. Virginia did not send a single soldier because they did not want to go to war or have to succeed. Virginia was thinking about secession, but held until the Union until April 17, 1861. From Richmond, Virginia, the State Convention of 1861, people of Virginia, this is a quote from them, it says, the people of Virginia in their ratification of the Constitution of the United States of America adopted in them by convention of the 25th day of June in the year of our Lord 1788 had declared the power granted under the Constitution were derived from the people of the United States and might be assumed whenever so. The same state should be perverted to the injury and oppression of the federal government having said powers not only in the injury of the people of Virginia, but the oppression of the southern slaveholding states. Lincoln did not make the first aggression move. Several states in the Deep South, beginning with South Carolina, had already left the Union in response to the election of November of 1860 of Abraham Lincoln, who was elected that day. Now, Virginia, however, hesitated, and we debated on and raged on for months. On April 4th, secessionists badly lost a vote, but prepared for the possibility of war nevertheless. Former Virginia governor of this time, Henry A. Wise, worked behind the scenes and outside the legal process to secure the federal arsenal and Harper's Ferry by military means, a move that permitted a furious objection from the Unionist delegate, and the Unionist delegate being John Baldwin of Stanton. After the fall of Fort Sumter on April 13th, Lincoln's call for 75,000 volunteers on April 15th, the momentum turned towards secession, and we succeeded really to the southern states. The convention voted on April 17th to leave the Union. Virginians expressed their agreement at the polls on May 23rd. The state had joined the Confederacy. So basically, the vote was counted in. On April 17th, but we did not succeed until what was it, May 23rd, I think it was. That's when we succeeded. We didn't really. We had the votes in April 17th, but on May 23rd, that's when we succeeded from the North to the South. And somebody tried to tell me I was wrong on that. I'm very good with Civil War history. Very top at it. Um, General Stonewall. Down here near me, there's a little place called Callahan, Virginia, and it's very tiny, and it's just outside of Covington. And in there, in Callahan, there's a place named Stonewall. Stonewall was named Stonewall Jackson. He was a general for the northern states. This place was already named. It was actually declared Stonewall in Virginia. It was August 30th, 1840 something. So that's when we declared Stonewall here. Now, where's my point going with all this? You're wondering that. I know. We are one. We are one. The government is not perfect. It is by far from perfect. We are one conjoined country. We are one country. That being said, country is not must be. Country must be countrywide. Country is countrywide. Meaning, there are people who are probably from New York City, more country than somebody from Austin, Texas. That is the truth. It's not the way you talk. It's not the way you live. It's what you have right here. That heart, that is what makes you country. If you have the mind of a country folk, and if you have the heart, you're country. No matter how you dress. So, the people who think you only can be redneck if you're from Southern America, not really South America, but Southern America, Southern North America. If you think you gotta be country, if you gotta live down there to be country, you're by far wrong. And that is the point I'm getting across. Country is countrywide. Now, I've seen a lot of things like that on YouTube. I see them all the time. The thing you must know is this. You can be born the smartest person on earth. But what you think you know could be wrong on. Yeah, think about that. You can be born smart, but the things you think you know, you could be wrong. And that is the point I'm trying to get across. Now, if you don't agree with me, I don't care. I honestly don't. The country is countrywide. Kick it in the sticks and dip like a neck.